There were many times in my life where I went to sleep and I thought to myself, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna find out that it was a big nightmare, but now I'm back to my former life. It's not what your problem is or what the challenge is how you face it. My name is Moran. I'm 35 years old. I've been representing Israel since I was 15. By then I was already wearing the flag, the Israeli flag on my chest. And for me, it meant everything, you know? It's not just being an elite athlete, it's taking it all over the world and being some kind of an ambassador through sport. And it's amazing. I started to play basketball when I was about 9 years old. That was my dream. If you have met me when I was that age and opened up my chest, you wouldn't find the anatomical heart. You would find something round, orange, it had stripes, and it was bouncing because that's what I had for a heart. And for me, it was obvious that I'm going to be a professional basketball player and take it as a career and as a dream, you know, to be an athlete. And suddenly my life changes, you know. I'm 24. I'm already a student in the university, second year of physical therapy school, professional basketball player, a coach, and I wake up and there's like a really severe back pain that I cannot understand or identify as anything else that I felt before. And I have difficulty breathing. I mean, really. I try to take air in and nothing goes in. And I have to call an ambulance, and by the time they arrive, I couldn't get out of bed by myself. They take me to the ambulance, and I realized I'm paralyzed from the chest down. Finally, they realized I'm suffering a really rare condition they call spinal stroke. I had to go through a back surgery. They had to open 6 vertebrae, and I wake up the next morning, and I'm not who I was, you know, physically, I mean. I lost everything I knew, and by that I lost my future. And losing my body, you know, that was what defined me as a person, as an athlete, and suddenly I cannot use it in the same way. It was hard. My way to win that war against myself with sport was to suppress everything I felt about basketball by kind of ignoring the fact that it ever existed in my life. I was deleting it from my life. I wasn't watching it on television. I didn't want to go and watch my friends play. Nothing, you know? And that was my way to deal with the fact that it's not a part of my life anymore. After 3 years, I go back to the basketball court, but in a completely different way, on a wheelchair, and it actually felt amazing. Surprisingly, it felt like nothing has changed, and it felt like I was running again. It felt like I was myself again, and I fell in love immediately in my first love. Later on, they chose me for an individual sport. They said you should try rowing. You might be good, you might be able to get to the Paralympic Games. And as soon as I heard the Paralympic Games, I said, I might have a chance, you know. In basketball, we say you always miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I have to take this shot, of course. And they were right. 2 years later, I was already representing Israel in the Paralympic Games in London. And just a few months ago, I came back from Florida with the silver medal in the World Champion. And this is my athletic story. And along all of that comes my family. I live with a woman. Her name is Moran. After London Paralympic Games, we said this is a good time to have a baby. We have enough time until Rio. So it was a crazy year, but the best year of my life, the most emotional one. And I think that as a family was probably the most amazing journey. When she was pregnant, I was 33. I went to the doctor. I told him, let me know what my situation is. And he said, this is like the best time for you to get pregnant. I said, okay, it's impossible. Libo is pregnant. I have Rio on my calendar. He said, okay, let's take the eggs out. At the end of July, I got pregnant. I'm already 6 months pregnant now, so I think about that now. So Not only I took the eggs out, I took the same donor of Arad and we fertilized it. So I have embryos, 15. I only used 2 to get this pregnancy, so we have still 13 potential brothers and sisters for our children, so it's a good thing, you know. If you want to be a very successful woman, you should have a woman by your side. Yeah, it works so much better.